So good morning learners, welcome to this science lesson today at the 22nd of May. And in our test here, we are going to deal with the identifying parts of levers and their classes. That is what we did last time. We tried to identify parts of levers. Like for example, if I draw one of the levers here and we see whether we can be able to identify well. We said in a wheelbarrow, the load is carried at the central part. So this is going to be load. This is the rotating part or the turning point. That is going to be fulcrum. And then where do you apply your effort? Your force is going to be applied here. So this is going to be effort. If I can just do another one so that we'll be able to identify the classes, maybe we draw that one of the claw hammer. The claw hammer, we talk about the one that is removing nails from a piece of wood. So the load is here. What is being done? The nail is what is being removed from there. Then where is the supporting part? The supporting part is this part. So this is going to remain as fulcrum. And where are you applying your effort? You are going to apply your effort at this part. I want to draw the other type of claw hammer where you use it to drive in nails. We want to drive in nails. One, we use it to remove. The other one, we want to drive in nails. So, where are we going to apply? The load is going to be here, the work being done. The nail will be driven in using this part. So, this is going to be the load. Where are we applying the effort? The effort is going to be applied at this part where you're holding. And then I said, when you are doing like this part is the one that is rotating. So the fulcrum is on the hand. On the hand, the fulcrum like that. So in this case, I want you to look at this and this. You'll find that they are not the same when in use. When in use, they are not the same. The locations of the different parts are different. And so, for us to be able to identify classes of levers, we are going to write a formula. And this formula that I'm going to give you here is only showing the central parts. The central parts of that lever. So the central part, the centers of those levers. So I'm going to write a formula F L E. We normally call it flea. The flea formula, this shows the central parts. What do I mean by central parts? That this is first class, second class, and third class. First class, second class, and third class. Remember, we are identifying the classes. So first class, second class, and third class. Now I want to say this. When you find the fulcrum is found at the center, because we say these are centers. When you find that the fulcrum is at the center, that becomes a first class lever. First class lever. In first class levers, the fulcrum or the turning point is found at the center. So what does that mean? That this can be load on this side and effort on that side. But this point here, fulcrum, is at the center. It doesn't matter, even the effort can be here and the load can be on the other side. So long as the fulcrum is at the center, then that becomes the first class lever. So here we are going to say fulcrum at the center. So all levers where fulcrum is at the center, they are called first class levers. When you go to second class levers, the load is at the center, such that you can find this is fulcrum and this is effort, or the other way around, effort and fulcrum. So long as this one, that is the load is at the center. So here, load at the center. So all levers where the load is at the center, that is a second class lever. A second class lever. Finally, we have those levers where the effort is at the center. The effort is at the center. Meaning that the load can be on one side and then the fulcrum on the other side. Or they can be the other way around, fulcrum on this side and then lever on the load on the other side. So if you look at this one, it's going to be the third class lever. So this is effort. Effort at the center. That is a third class lever. This is very, very important, learner. If you get it right, we will not experience any difficulties in trying to identify which lever is this and in which class is it found in. So that is all about levers, about their classes. So we go back to where we started. Again, I'm drawing those levers and identifying their places. So we're going to identify the class of this lever, which is known as wheelbarrow. So wheelbarrow, we want to see where is wheelbarrow found. Which class is wheelbarrow found? So we are going to see that where is the center? The center part of it is load. So which class is that, Lana? Second class lever. Look at that one. When you talk about center, look at this one. Fulcrum, effort. What is at the center? Load. So this is a second class lever. Second class. By just looking at the central point, which part is at the center? Let's move to this one else here, which is a claw hammer when removing nails. I'm saying when removing nails because there's another one which is used to drive in nails. So when removing nails, a claw hammer is found in a different class from when it is driving in nails. So I want you to look at what is the center. Load is on this side. So load is arranged like that. Load, fulcrum, and then effort. What is the center? The fulcrum is the center. We go back to here. When the fulcrum is the center, that is a first class. So this is first class. First class lever. I hope you can be able to see, Lana. So let's move to the next one. A claw hammer that is used to drive in nails. To drive in nails. Look at this one. Load, effort, fulcrum. What is the center? The effort. So that is a third class lever. Third class lever. So you're going to see that claw hammer is both a second class, first class and third class lever, depending on what the hammer is doing. So whenever it's driving in nails, it's going to be found in that class lever. Whenever we want to remove some nails from some wood, it's going to be found in the first class lever. So Lana, according to my list that we were using the other day, you will identify that we have so many levers that we looked at, and that is what we are going to do here. So we have already identified these ones. So we move first and take the others, and we are going to consider this. So we have looked into a claw hammer, wheelbarrow, and the next one only claw hammer and wheelbarrow. So we go to the crowbar. I told you a crowbar looks like this. The work being done is there. And I want to mention something here after I explain some details here. Fulcrum, the load, effort is applied there, downwards even. So what is at the center? Fulcrum. Which class is that? First class lever. You look, just take the central part. Central part because you are going to arrange load, fulcrum, and then effort. Load, fulcrum, effort. What is the center? Fulcrum. So that is a first class lever. I want you to say something here about this crowbar here. Crowbar is a question that comes in the exam many times. So for us to be able to make work easier using a crowbar, I want us to check this. From this point to this point, we call it a load, the load distance. Then from here, the fulcrum, where the effort is called the effort distance. Now get that clear. Load to the fulcrum, load to fulcrum, that is load distance. Then fulcrum to effort, that is called effort distance. And there is a question that comes there. How do we make work easier when we are using this particular lever? Which part should we need to increase its distance so that, or its length, so that we can be able to make work easier? I want to explain to you what that means. If you want to work easily, always the load the effort distance must be longer than the load distance. The effort distance must be longer than the load distance. I want you to take you back to where we have a wheelbarrow before you understand what I mean. If you find a wheelbarrow that is having, now we want to identify the load distance. The load distance is from this point to this point. That is what you call load distance. Then the effort distance, of course, will be here towards that direction where effort is. So for you to be able to work easier with a wheelbarrow, the effort distance, that is distance from here where the load is to the effort, must be longer compared to the load distance, the distance from here up to the fulcrum. If you are going to work with a wheelbarrow which is a short pieces of arms there, arms in course, the one that you hold. If you are going to work with a wheelbarrow that's likely to travel these short distances here, you are going to get tired so much because it appears as if you are the one carrying the load, not the lever. You are the one, because if the distance between the load and you is just very close, meaning that you are the one carrying the load, not the lever. But if you are going to increase this distance to up at that point and you start holding at this point, it looks very easy for you because the load is far away from you. Far away from you. So for you to be able to make work easier using levers, always the effort distance must be longer than the load distance. So in our case here, we have said from here where we have this is our load distance. And then from here is our effort distance. So for us to be able to make work easier, we need to increase the distance between effort and the fulcrum. So this is the distance we need to increase always, and they usually bring it and mark with the letters. So they ask you, which point should be increased from which point to which point? So if this was X and this was Y and this was K, you will say the distance between S and Y. All this from here to here is effort distance. So that is what you need to be increased. I'm emphasizing on this because it's a question even in KCP. So we increase from the fulcrum towards the effort. Fulcrum towards the effort learner. So the next one, of course, I wanted to talk about is the spade. Spade. Now we have said this is in the which class? First class, because the fulcrum is found at the center. The fulcrum is found at the center. So we go to the next one, which is the spade. The spade, and the spade is going to be drawn like this. The spade is going to be drawn like this. Now, the load is found here. Where do you apply your effort? Where the first hand holds. This one, where it is holding. So the effort is going to be here. And then the last hand is going to hold here. This becomes the fulcrum. There's a knob here you usually turn. Something you turn there. So, what is the center? Effort. So which class is that? Third class lever. A spade is found in third class lever. Write that, learner. Third class. So we are moving very fast. The next one is the nutcracker. Nutcracker. I hope you are making those notes. Nutcracker. Nutcracker, we're going to draw a simple one. The nut is supposed to be found there. So the nut becomes the load. Now you hold on these sides. You hold and press it like this. So this is where you apply your effort. Effort is applied there. And there's something like a spring here, which plays, which turns. So this becomes the fulcrum. So what is the center? The load. Which class is that? Second class lever. Second class. Going to move very fast. Bottle opener. I'm going to draw again here. Bottle opener. I'm going to do a simple bottle opener there. We said what is to be removed is the bottle top. So this becomes the load. Then on the other side where it touches the bottle top on top, that becomes the fulcrum, and you're applying your effort here, upward. So this is the effort. So what is the center? The load is at the center. That becomes a second class lever. So bottle opener is second class lever. The next one is lead opener. a lid opener. Lid opener. A lid opener is going to look like this. So I told you those tins. We have tins which have a groove here. So this is the lid. You press the lid, it gets stuck there. So this will be the lid opener. Where you're going to insert in that groove and try to lift it. So what are you lifting? You are lifting this so that it becomes the Lord. This where it is placed, it turns here, rotates here. So this is a fulcrum. And then therefore it will be applied here. And therefore it will be applied downwards. So you can even show the effort downwards. So, Lord, fulcrum, effort. Lord, fulcrum, effort. Lord, fulcrum at the center, first class lever. So first class lever. Lid opener is in first class lever. Going to move to broom, a broom. I don't need to draw that. I'll pick one. So broom, when you're sweeping like this. What is being swept is a Lord. So Lord is found at this point. Where are you holding? Here. Here is where you're applying your effort. And which is the turning point? Here. At the elbow here. So Lord, this is effort, fulcrum. So effort is at the center. That is a third class lever. So broom will be found in the third class lever. Next will be a door inches. I'm going to draw that. The inches are here. What are these? I'm calling hinges. Hinges are what makes the door rotate. They are flexible such that the door is going to move from one side to the other one. So this is going to be the fulcrum because they rotate. They rotate. And then, of course, what is be pushed? All of this, which is the door. So this is going to be Lord. So fulcrum, Lord, and where are you going to touch? This point. So you're going to apply your effort there. So what is at the center? The Lord is at the center. So that is a second class lever. So door hinges, they are going to be found in second class lever. A djembe, I drew an example of a djembe here. I will still draw another one like that. Now, in a djembe, the ground is here, is what you're working on. So this becomes the Lord. Where are you holding? Just like the spade. The first hand is holding the effort, and then the rear hand there is going to be the fulcrum. So what is at the center? The effort is at the center. So this is a third class lever. Third class lever. There's one we did not discuss about, but it's very, very important we mention it here because more often you use it at home. You bear with me because how to draw it is also a disaster. But I think I can draw one. Just like that. I'm going to assume that this is a pair of scissors. You allow me to draw it like that. And so this pair of scissors, this is the rotating part. The rotating part will be the fulcrum. Then where do you hold? You hold on these parts. So your effort is used there. Then what do you cut? You cut the hair. The hair is found on this side. So this is going to be the Lord. So which class is that, Lana? This is going to be found in the first class lever. First class because the fulcrum is the center. And wherever the fulcrum is the center, that becomes a first class lever. Any other lever that you want to use and you want to identify the part, you can really identify the parts back at home and you will not have any problem with that. So up to that, Lana, the most important thing is look at the central part of that particular lever and be able to draw. If you can be able to draw any lever that you are using at home, then it's very easy for you to identify the parts. So drawing is one thing, and also identifying the parts is also a different thing. And if you get it right in those levers, you will never have a problem in any identification of the parts, because that comes in an exam you ask, in which class is this lever found? Then of course remember about the wheelbarrow. Remember about, I'm talking about this one that appear largely in an exam. Talk about the claw hammer. And the claw hammer, you're going to find it in two ways. When driving in nails and when removing nails. Know the classes. Then also talk about scissors, a pair of scissors. Very, very important. And then spade. All these are going to appear in the exam. They usually come in the exam. Learner, try to identify the parts of these particular ones. The others, and another one I forgot, the bolt opener. Bolt opener, this one you find them in the exam. So be able to know how to draw them. After drawing, be able to know how to identify the parts correctly, and then you will always get your answer back. So until next time, learner, let's stop at that point. Continue reading more about levers. Try to see whether you can be able to answer questions about levers on this, what you have done. So until next time, learner, may God bless you. May you have a blessed day ahead. And so continue working tirelessly to ensure that you cover the syllabuses. Sanitize and stay safe. Thank you.